5 simple ways to make her feel loved. So women rarely just drift away. It's never sudden. It's a series of small moments where she feels invisible, unheard, or unloved. If you've noticed her becoming more distant, chances are she's been feeling this way for a while, and she's testing the waters to see if you even notice. Trust me, she wants to stay. She just needs a reason. So let's make sure that we get her one. Jessica OS here. Welcome to the channel. Number 1, show up consistently. Let's get something straight. Consistency isn't just nice to have, it's everything in a relationship. When a woman feels like she can count on you, it builds trust, and trust is one of the most important foundations of love. To be consistent, though, you have to also be emotionally reliable. There are a few things consistency does. It builds security. Right? Consistency means being the person that she can lean on, whether she's celebrating a win or processing a feedback. It's about showing her day after day that you've got her back. Imagine this. She's had a tough day at work and all she needs is to vent. If you're the guy who says, "Not now, I'm busy," every time she tries to open up, guess what's going to happen? Over time, she'll stop coming to you altogether because you've shown her that you're not emotionally available. Okay? And when it comes to this, actions are always better over words, okay? If you tell her you'll call. If you tell her you'll help her with something, show up and do it. Empty promises don't just make you seem unreliable, they make her feel like she's not important to you. And when a woman starts to feel unimportant, the emotional distance will only widen, okay? 3, emotional availability is also very important. Consistency isn't just about doing things. It's about being something, being steady, calm, being someone she can emotionally depend on. No one wants to stay in a relationship where they feel insecure. And really, when you think about it, it's in the small things. You don't have to move mountains to show consistency. It's in the small, everyday gestures. It's texting her good morning because you know it brightens her day. It's remembering the little details, like how she likes to drink her coffee or whether she likes watching the sunset. These small, consistent actions add up over time and make her feel deeply loved and valued. Consistency is equal to effort. Ultimately, consistency shows effort, and effort is how women measure how much you care. It tells her, I'm not just here for the fun parts of the relationship, I'm here for all of it. That's what separates men who keep women from drifting away from those who lose them. Point 2, compliment what she thinks you don't notice. Let's be honest. Most men go for the low-hanging fruit when it comes to compliments. You're beautiful, you look amazing in that dress, or even the occasional, oh, you're so sexy. And while these are nice to hear, they're not the compliments that truly stick. If you want to make her feel special, then compliment the things that she thinks you don't notice. Here's the deal. Compliments about her appearance are almost always expected. Women know when they look good, and chances are she's already heard it 100 times before. What sets you apart is noticing the unnoticed. When you point out the unique aspects of who she is, you're telling her that you're seeing beyond the surface. Does she handle stressful situations like a pro? Does she have a knack for solving problems or organized chaos or supporting the people around her? Let her know. For example, you can say, hey, I admire how you stayed calm and found a solution during that tough meeting there. Complimenting her strengths shows that you value more than just her looks. You actually value her. And that hits deeper than any shallow flattery ever would. Women put thought into details, often in ways men overlook. Does she change her hairstyle? Does she carefully select that perfume she's wearing? Does she put extra effort into planning a date night? When you call out those details, you're telling her that you're paying attention. Women love men who do that. Okay? Think about all the effort she puts into making your life better. For instance, maybe she supports your goals. She cooks your favorite meal, goes out of her way to make you smile. Acknowledge it. Say, I see how much effort you put into making things special for us, and I really appreciate it. Simple words, but they carry a lot of weight because they validate her efforts. The pro tip is compliment things about her that others might entirely overlook. She may be deeply empathetic or has a unique way of looking at the world. Tell her, I love the way you think. You always have such a refreshing perspective. Or say, your kindness really inspires me. Compliments like these make her feel understood on a deeper level, and that's a connection she won't forget. Guys, the truth is women don't just want to feel attractive, they want to feel seen. When you compliment the things she thinks you don't notice, you're telling her, I see you for who you really are, and I love what I see. And that is irresistible. So take a moment today, look a little closer, listen a little deeper, okay? And let her know that you see all the incredible things about her. Trust me, she'll never forget it. And drop me a comment below. Let me know the most unique compliment that you, yes, you watching me right now, has ever given someone. I'd love to hear it. Start typing. Point number 3, speak her love language. So most guys assume they're showing love just because they're putting in effort. But if you're not speaking her love language, all that effort will feel invisible to her. It's like trying to tune into her favorite radio station, but staying on the wrong frequency. She's not hearing you, no matter how loudly you're broadcasting. So, if you want her to feel truly loved, you've got to learn her love language and speak it fluently. There are 5 types of love languages, in case you haven't heard it before. And I actually have a video that tackles this entirely. And I may drop it in the video description. But according to Dr. Gary Chapman, there are 5 primary love languages, and there's a book on it. 1, words of affirmation. That's verbal expressions of love and appreciation. 2, acts of service, doing things to make her life easier. 3, receiving gifts, thoughtful presents that show that you care. 4, quality time, and I mean giving her your undivided attention when you're with her. And 5, physical touch. Hugs, kisses, and other forms of affectionate contact. Every woman has a primary love language, and it might not be the same as yours. Most men get stuck because they don't know what her love language is. In fact, when I talk to most of the gentlemen that I do private consultations with, they always fall short. They're not able to tell me what their wife's or girlfriend's love languages are. And I find that quite interesting. But don't panic if you're watching this and you feel the same way. It's easier to figure out than you think. I mean, pay attention to how she shows love to you. Does she constantly compliment you? Her love language might be words of affirmation. Does she go out of her way to do little favors for you? That's probably acts of service. If you're still not sure, just ask her directly. It shows that you care enough to learn. Once you've identified that love language, the goal is to start speaking it. Okay, so if it's quality time, for instance, make an effort to spend time without distractions. Put your phone down, look her in the eye, be fully present. If it's physical touch, simple gestures like holding her hand or a warm hug can mean more to her than expensive gifts. Tailoring your actions to what she values will make her feel truly cherished. I'm not saying cater to her love language 24/7. I'm saying bring balance. If your love language is different from hers, let her know what makes you feel loved too. A healthy relationship is about meeting each other's needs, not just one-sided effort. Here's the takeaway. When you speak her love language, you're not just saying I love you, you're saying I see you, I understand you, and I care enough to love you in a way that matters to you. That's how you make someone feel truly special. Point 4, be vulnerable. All right, the one thing most men shy away from is vulnerability, yet it's the secret ingredient to deeper, unshakable connection. Society often tells you to man up, to suppress your emotions, and to act like you've got it all together. But the truth is, if you want her to stop drifting away, you need to let her see the real you. You know, the one beneath that tough exterior. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's power when used right. When you're vulnerable, you're telling her, I trust you enough to let my guard down, and it's the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Men often focus on physical intimacy, but emotional intimacy is what keeps a woman invested. When you open up about your dreams and fears and past struggles and stuff like that, you're inviting her to do the same. It's creating a safe space while you're at it, where she'll feel vulnerable and comfortable to share her vulnerabilities. And I get it, being vulnerable feels risky, right? No one wants other people to use things against them. Plus, what if she judges you or sees you as less of a man? The thing is, though, the right woman won't judge you for being human. She'll respect you more for having the courage to be real. Let's get practical. Vulnerability doesn't mean dumping all your problems on her or being emotionally dependent. I'm talking about balance here. Share what's on your mind, but also show that you're taking steps to handle it. For example, you can say, look, I've been feeling overwhelmed with everything that's going on, but I'm working on getting it right. This shows her that you're self-aware and proactive, not just looking for someone to fix your problems. It takes a strong man to say, this is who I am, flaws and all. Women are drawn to men who own their emotions instead of hiding from them. Vulnerability, when paired with self-assurance, is one of the most irresistible traits a man can have. Point 5, surprise her thoughtfully. Let me tell you a secret about women. They love surprises. Not over-the-top cliche kind of surprises, but the thoughtful personal gestures that show her that you've been paying attention. A thoughtful surprise is like saying, look, I see you, I know you, and I care about making you happy. When done right,
Nice.
these surprises will reignite the spark. Remind her why she fell in love with you in the first place. Think about it. When you surprise her with something meaningful, it creates an emotional moment she'll remember. It's not about the money or the grandeur. It's about the thought behind it. A thoughtful surprise says, I took time out of my day to make you feel special. And that's the kind of gesture that keeps her emotionally invested in you. It's the little unexpected acts of kindness that truly melt her heart. For example, if you know she loves her morning coffee, surprise her by bringing her favorite cup in bed. If she's been talking about how tired she is, arrange a cozy night in with her favorite movie or snacks, right? Show her that you're in tune with her needs. Generic surprises don't hit the same as personalized ones. If you want to wow her, think about what makes her unique. Does she love a specific flower? Not just roses? Get those. Is she obsessed with a certain author? Surprise her with a signed copy of their book. The more specific and tailored the surprise, the more it will resonate with her. It's the thoughtfulness that makes the gesture unforgettable. Maybe you fall into a pattern where every day feels the same. Break that monotony. Surprise her with some spontaneous trip or a handwritten note slipped into her bag, or even a text during the day that says, be ready by 7. I'm taking you somewhere special. The element of surprise makes her feel alive and reminds her that you still want to keep things fresh. Let me flip the script for a moment. Surprises don't always have to be tangible either, okay? So think outside the box. You can surprise her with your effort. For instance, imagine if you guys live together, clean the house without her asking. Plan a date she didn't expect. Learn how to cook her favorite meal and surprise her with dinner at home. These actions will speak louder than words because they show her that you're not just saying you care, you're proving it. When you surprise her, it triggers a release of dopamine, a feel-good chemical in the brain. That rush of happiness makes her associate those feelings with you, and it will end up deepening the emotional connection that you guys have together. So yes, thoughtful surprises are literally brain chemistry at work. I hope you're hearing me. The truth is, guys, keeping her from drifting away isn't about doing one big thing, okay? You want to do small things consistently and from the heart. The way you make her feel loved today will determine if she continues to stay tomorrow. And if you think she's worth it, then don't waste another second. Start now. No, I meant now. You're still watching me, but yeah, go ahead. Start now. Good luck. Jessica OS here. Cheers.